Hello everyone, in this video we are going to talk about VPC in AWS. Okay, so VPC basically stands for the virtual private cloud. Okay, so the name only suggests that's a private network inside AWS. Okay, so if you just want to analogy, if I will give you, so if you're working in a company, okay, right, or yeah, in a company, so there you will be having your internal network, right? So internal network inside your company, and you are sitting here somewhere. This is your whole network, and there will be some servers and all right created inside this network. Then you'll be accessing it internally, and if this server needs internet access, there will be something by which traffic will go, firewalls and all, everything will be there, right? So similar case in AWS environment, there is a concept called VPC, right? So here you will be having so many components like VPC. You will be having internet gateway and some nets, then NAT gateways, okay, security groups and all, everything. So we'll see each component one by one here. So this is a diagram of from official AWS. Okay, so here you will see subnets. So subnets, what are subnets first? So subnets are basically the what we can say, like if you have a some network, okay, or some IP address, you have 10.0.0 uh, slash 16 or something. Okay, so if you want to divide it into multiple networks, like for multiple teams you want to give it to them, so you will divide into some different networks. Okay, so if you have read about cider blocks, then you will understand, or otherwise we will cover this in next videos. So subnets are basically nothing but a part of a network. Okay, like we can divide a network into multiple different parts, right? So here we will be getting some subnets. And subnets also, we are having two things like public subnet and private subnet. So public subnets, what happens there basically. So for example, if you are hosting a website or a three-tier architecture, if we say, so there will be having your, this is your front end, then you will be having your back end, then you will be having your DB, right? So just think, what are the resources you want to make it publicly available? So obviously that will be your front end application. So and others you want to keep it in private, like no one should access it. Okay, so those that you will keep into your private subnet. So with this you should understand, like whatever resources you want to keep in your public you want to make it publicly available, that will be into the public subnet, or other resources like databases which you don't want to expose publicly, that you will keep into the private subnet. So when we will create a VPC, then you will understand. Then you will be having some route tables, that is just for the like communication, inside communication between inside a VPC, how it works. Then you will be having this internet gateways, so all the traffic goes through this internet gateway only. So if you want to communicate, your EC2 wants to communicate to internet, will traffic will go through this. If something is coming up, then that also will come through this internet gateway. Also, one more thing is not covered here in this image, that is the NAT gateway. So I'll just explain. NAT gateway is nothing but that is created into the public subnet only. So suppose this is my VPC and this is my public subnet, this is your private subnet. Okay, and here is one EC2 which wants to access the internet. So private subnet cannot reach directly internet. Okay, so for that region you will get something called NAT gateway created into the public subnet. The request will go to your NAT gateway, the NAT gateway request will go to your internet gateway, and internet gateway request will go to the internet. So NAT gateway is basically used to access, like it is basically used by the private resources to access the internet. Okay, so these are the some components of VPC, and it was just an overview video. So that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys.